a couple people. I want to ask a couple people why you're happy and grateful this morning. I want to know. Let me see who's got their cameras on. Um, my friend, let's start with Tyler. Tyler, what are you happy and grateful for this morning?
Man, there's so much to be happy and grateful for. I'm honestly just grateful to wake up. That's one thing I always start with, I woke up today. Someone may have not. So I'm just really happy and grateful to be awake. I'm happy and grateful I have a tree that got struck by lightning. It's actually getting cut down right now. So I'm happy and grateful that's going to be gone because it about took out the house. So grateful it did not. So I'm very grateful for that. And it's going to be an amazing day. I'm excited.
It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me get a lady with the camera on. Siobhan, I see you. What are you happy and grateful for this morning?
I'm happy and grateful to be here with you guys, honestly. I know I start with that a lot. But just in life in general, it's going pretty awesome. Just gonna spend some time today and stay at home and hang out. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy and grateful too because of the community, because of being here like always, always, every single day, every single time that I get the chance to do that. Really happy and grateful for. And I'm also super excited because the person we have today is somebody who's going to be talking his wisdom, somebody who's always, always with us, somebody who's always adding value to this team, to this group chat. So someone who's always promoting, somebody who's always leading from the heart, right? And it's an amazing guy. It's an amazing guy that I got to meet in Budapest in person. You know, we were working already together, but when we go to events like this, and when you have somebody that you get to know in person after so many Zoom calls, and in this case, my friend here, Omar, who you all already know, he's a dad. He's a dedicated parent. He's a dedicated trader. He's a dedicated builder, and he's somebody who's got a lot of leadership, great mindset, and is here to share with all of us today. So if you don't have a pen and paper right now, go get it, because what this man's gonna drop is literally gems and value today in this mindset call. So my man, Omar, it's all yours, my friend. Ready here to learn from you, and let's get it.
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me? All right,
Perfectly.
guys, let's kick it back to our host, my man Ricardo. Let's go get him and give him a 777s. All right. What a powerful, powerful story. Guys, I got to meet him for the first time in training in Budapest. And one, he blew me away. And I was so inspired. This is the energy you guys see, right? He inspired me. So I appreciate you. I'm grateful to have you a part of this journey with us. And I'm excited because it's chairman season. I can't wait. But guys, today I'm gonna give you a little bit about my story, and then I have a training ultimately in store for you guys. So you definitely want to take notes about the training, about my life. You don't have to take notes, just pay attention. But God, let me just share my screen here. Make sure everybody can see my screen. Let me know, Ricardo, when you can see my screen, just let me know. Super please. All right. Boom, boom. Get the sound. All right. Let me know, Ricardo, can you see my screen?
Perfect. Yeah, it's on.
All right. So guys, first of all, first of all, welcome to another mentorship Saturday call, right? Today I have the pleasure of hosting this call. I'm super excited, right? I don't usually like to hear myself talk. I just like to go put the work in personally. But you know, once in a while you got to hear yourself talk, and you got to come out here, you got to inspire others outside of just the charts and all the good stuff. So guys, welcome to the travel exchange community, right? As you guys can see right here, I got the shirt. I'm forever indebted to this team, to this people, everybody here as well. Let me just, Ricardo, I'm gonna, guys, mute yourself. I did have to take over the host just so I can record it, right? So it can be recorded. So just when you get a chance, just mute yourself, right? Marielle, mute yourself when you get a chance. So guys, welcome to today's Saturday.
From mute.
All right, hold on. I'm actually gonna mute her now. All right, guys, please take the time, all right, and mute yourself. All right, just mute yourself. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So guys, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself, right? My name is Oumar Diallo. I'm 38 years young. I've been a part of this concept since November 15th, 2020. You guys can see right here, I come from an amazing, amazing family. I come from a two-parent home. So I'm not one of those people that's gonna give you the whole rigmarole, how life was hard. Like, life was hard, but I came from a two-parent home. I watched these two people work together in this thing called life, and I watched them make it happen, right? I'm a West African kid, guys. My parents are originally from Africa, West Africa. They were born in Guinea. They were born in the village, right? Not just in the city. They were village people, all right, guys? They didn't have running water, electricity. My father here, Mohammed Diallo, he's got a 6th grade education, and my mom has never gone to education outside of reading and mastering the Quran and having faith, right? That's the only school she's ever had. And they were able to come to the United States here, guys, and build themselves a fortune and amass a fortune through their children and the hard work they've done, right? You guys can see I'm a brother to my 4 brothers and sisters right there. And guys, anytime I need to be inspired, I go home. I have 2 doctors that you guys are looking at on that picture. We have an engineer that you're looking at in that picture. We have a president of the bank of the NFL, just so you guys understand, you're looking at in this picture, right? And then it was me who became ultimately an investor, right? So I'm that investor now. I'm that trader. I'm that independent guy, all right? So, and guys, right? And look, I'm a husband and I'm a father. These are the things that matters to me the most. All right, guys, just like my dad and his dad before him and his dad before him, I'm just following suit of what was literally taught to me. I'm a husband. I try to be as amazing as a husband as possible. And guys, I try to be an amazing, amazing dad to my children. See, I love my dad, but because of the world he grew up in, right, he had to go provide for us. So he had to work very, very hard. There was times where he left the house before we woke up, and he left again before we went to sleep. So we didn't really get to see him much, right? And coming to the United States, guys, guess what? Same thing happened for my mom. See, we went from Africa in 1994, we migrated to the States, and it changed the whole ballgame. We went from having all the things that we wanted back home to now we were limited, right? Because this country, the finances here is a little bit different than back home. See, if you make it back home, you can have maids, you can have all of the things that you want for a lot less in price. And not only that, you would be helping someone else that's going to come in and help you guys, right? So coming to the United States, everything changed in my life. I went from we having everything we want. We had the home, we got the big house, we got the giant backyard, we got everything to we go into a little apartment and we kind of start our life all over from scratch. All right. So guys, I'm a believer of God and faith. Now, you may not believe in God, whatever you believe in, it's okay. But in my household, we believe in faith, God. Everything we do is God. God puts us in position. He puts us not in position. If he doesn't put us in position, we don't complain. All right. And you guys will notice I'm not a complainer. I'm a prayer, right? I'm a prayer. If I need to complain, I will go pray to God. I will ask him, what is it that I need to do? And guys, this has worked for me since I was a kid. See, I was a product of prayer, right? A lot of people don't like to pray. A lot of people they don't try to become closer to God, right? Or they wait until they're having a catastrophe life moment and then they try to get attached to God. Guys, I've been with God since the day I was born. Since the day I had a naming ceremony, I was with God, right? I had thousands of people pray over me after I was born to allow me to become the man who I am today, right? So anytime I get into any struggle, I know that I got the whole community behind my back and I got God behind my back, all right? So guys, make sure that you try to get as close as possible to your creator, right? It is the month of Ramadan, so I'm praying for everybody on this call. I'm happy and grateful for everybody on this call. I'm excited to see where we go as well. All right, and guys, before this concept, this was me. All right, these are the things I used to get excited about. All right, I worked for 3 different carriers within a 13-year span. All right, guys, I started with Verizon Wireless all the way to the left, and I dominated every industry that I got in, right? Because I led with faith, I led with decisions, and I led with my heart. Those are the things that I know, right? We have people here today that were a part of this journey when I was in each one of these companies. All right, guys. So I'm not here to play around. I'll be honest with you guys. When I make a decision, I make a decision. I'm not the wishy-washy type. I'm not today was good, tomorrow I'm off. See, I talk to a lot of people, and what happens is the decision you make is not led by God, it's led by you. That's why tomorrow you got wishy-washy about what the decision that you made, or you make a decision, but you really didn't make a decision, right? You just literally just did something like most people do, right? Guys, I got started in the industry in when I started working, I was a peon. I made $24,000 a year, right? I was poor college kid. I had no money. I had the money. I just partied all my money. See, I didn't have money management or money skills. Some of us are still going through that today as adults, right? But guess what happened? I got a career after college, and I found something I was passionate about, sales, right? Something that I can talk to someone and literally make them buy what I was talking about, right? Get them more interested in what I wanted to show them than anything else. They were showing up now wanting a product, and I was able to build rapport, form them, and show them why this product is going to change their life. Guys, that product is this cell phone today, all right? Give me a 111. If you have a cell phone right now, give me a 111. Everybody should be given a 1. Everybody on this call, all 33. All 33. See, when we started, these things weren't out yet. We had to sell all of you guys the dream, right? I was selling the dream back then. I would tell people, this is going to change your life. This phone is going to take over. All my corporate people. Guys, I had a guy return 500 phones that I sold him. That was one of the worst sale returns that I've ever had in my career. And he said that I lied to him and I misguided him because the cell phone is not what's up. It's not doing that, right, guys? And guess what happened? 14 years, I still see him today. And guess what? He always apologizes every time. He cost me a couple bands because his mind wasn't ready to adapt to the future, right? But guess what? He adapted anyway. It's either you adapt or you get left behind. So you definitely want to pay attention, right? And guys, I went from 24,000 in literally 3.5 years. I was making 6 figures at Verizon. My salary plus my commission taking off, right? Taking off. My life was heading in the right direction. I went from an individual thinking about myself, and I went into management so I can help guide others. And most people told me, Omar, you're going to take a huge pay cut when you go to management. See, if you go to management, you will no longer be responsible for yourself. You would be responsible for others. See, at the time, I was ready. I said, hey, 10% of everybody's effort is better than mine. See, I knew when I went on a vacation for the first time and I came home and my commission check went from 6,000 to like almost 3,000, I said, something is up here. I'm going to vacation more, but I have to change something, right? Because I can't afford to take a $3,000-$4,000 pay cut. Guess what I thought that day? I said, man, I got to get into management and upper management. Why? Because those checks are guaranteed. See, when you're a GM and you go on vacation, all of your locations are still operating. Business is still going. Guess what? Paychecks are still coming. So that's what I saw when everybody else saw the limiting belief that they couldn't make other people great, right? See, I was actually doing the work every day. I didn't fluff the work. So it was easy for me to get up, talk to my associate and tell them exactly what to do. See, I was the best salesperson in upstate New York, so I can teach you how to be the best salesperson, right? And one day, guys, I walked into work. This was September, I believe, September 6th of 2016. My boss had conspired with one of my employees, and they got enough something on me that day they terminated me. He terminated me, the best GM in upstate New York, the #1 salesperson in the Northeast area. I came into work right after I had just got married. I was pregnant with a baby, and guys, they terminated me. They let me go. 6-figure salary, gone just like that overnight, right? And I'm sure people can relate here of ultimately having a job and being let go, right? Look, and guess what I did, guys? I didn't panic. They thought they were going to crush me. See, my boss, the first time my boss and I had a problem is when I was applying for his job. See, I worked for him for 3 years and I elevated him, right? He was using all of my initiatives. He was everything that I was doing, he was using it, and he was literally elevating himself. For the first time, one of his peers left their position and his boss was looking at me as a replacement. That was the first time I realized how dirty corporate America was. See, he wrote me up 3 weeks before my interview. This gentleman never wrote me up my entire career with all the mess ups and everything. He was there to help me fix it. But 3 weeks before my interview, he wrote me up. That automatically disqualified me for that position. And he sat there, he sold me the whole this. And guess what, guys? He just wanted to use my initiatives. So when he fired me, it was the greatest thing that's happened to me, because that was the first time I realized that I was just a number. See, I had made it enough to forget I was just a number. See, I was doing the hiring and firing. That was me. I forgot I was just a number. I had the schedule that I wanted. I forgot I was just a number until I walked into my job. And that was the day my job said, you know what, Omar, we're going to part ways with you. All right, guys. And then what happened is they went and hired another black dude to try to come replace me. And guess what happened? They fired him 6 months later because the team that I was running was a team of wolves. And you need a wolf to tame all of them. They went and hired a cat to tame a bunch of wolves, and the wolves ate that cat alive, right? Guys, my results have never been smashed since I've left, right? The company in upstate New York, if you look at the location, they all went down after I left because the mind and the initiatives that I was coming with every day was gone. No one was thinking no more. Everyone just went and did what they did. I took a 6-month vacation, and one day I got a phone call from one of my friends. He said, hey, I'm going to T-Mobile. You should come. I said, I'm kind of enjoying my vacation. I was with a previous company. I got started in network marketing. Guys, getting fired from that job, 5 days later, I got started with network marketing. See, somebody showed me an amazing product, but I had told them no because my life was good. Everything was good about my life. The day I lost that job, the first thing I did, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit later how to make decisions and actually impact your life. I sat down and I wrote down all of the opportunities that I missed in the past. People that have showed me things that could have helped me make money. I wrote them all down and I wired it all the way down to the T. And 4 days later, after I got fired, I said, hey, I called my friend. I said, hey, you still with that company, that travel company? He's like, yeah. I said, dude, don't worry. Like, sign me up. I'm ready to get started. He's like, what? You ready to get started? Guys, think about getting a phone call from a random person you showed 2 years ago. He said he's ready to get started, right? He didn't know what was going on in my life. He didn't know I had just got fired. He didn't know any of that. I got started, and guys, I started getting to work. The next day, I went and put somebody in the system, and I began the journey because I said, if he can do it, I can do it. In the process, I went on a 6-month vacation, traveling the world. When I came back, my business wasn't moving as fast as I thought. See, I thought I was going to start a network marketing company and get to the top of the company like I did at my job right away, right? Because I've done millions of dollars in sales. I'm looking at the comp plans. I said, this is easy, right? But I didn't realize that in this area here in the network marketing space, I got to help people make money in their life. I got to help people put them in position. See, at the job, I wasn't helping anybody as much as I thought I was. We had clients coming in every single day. So the door was revolving, right? We didn't have to do much because everything was kind of given to us. And everyone I was around already had the money. I was meeting people now that are struggling in life, and that was the first time, guys, I got hit that I was the only one doing well within my circle. That was the first time it made me realize, like, yo, what has everybody's been doing? For the last 7 years within Verizon, I put my head down and I went from 20,000 to 100K. I didn't look up, I didn't look left. All I knew, I was going to get to 100K and my life was going to change, right? So when I got started with T-Mobile, guys, guess what? My buddy called me. All I did was transition my same effort to T-Mobile. That's it. I realized that, man, this company is 5 years behind the company I work for. So guess what happened? I took advantage of that. I said, you know what? All of you guys are brand new. I've been in the industry already 7, 8 years. Guess what happened? I'm going to crush all of you guys. Why? Because every initiative you already came out with, we did 5 years ago, right? And not only that, guys, I share. That's the one thing about me. I share to you what I'm getting ready to do so that you can make it harder for me. See, if I'm the only one winning, that's whack, right? So all my locations, I give them all the sauce, and then we go crush them. So they can't say, Omar, you doing something we didn't know. No, I give you the sauce. The same way here, guys, I give you the entry, the exit. I'm giving you everything I've done the last 4 years. And guess what happened? Some people follow it, and some people try to go change it, right? I wasn't that changing type. I did the sauce the same way, and I capitalized, right? I was with T-Mobile for about 2 years. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I didn't like the clientele. I went from dealing with rich and wealthy folks at Verizon to dealing with broke and disgusted people. I saw bills that were thousands of dollars in the hole, and they were still looking for phones. I saw people that looked like me coming into my locations, and they were getting taken advantage of by a company, right? I didn't like it. I saw people's credits being affected by their bills, meaning just because your credit was bad, you paid more than the other person. I didn't like that. I come from the Islamic faith. We don't believe in interest, right? Charging someone money to make money on top of the money. It didn't resonate with me. My salespeople also were punished because you decided not to take care of your credit. So when you come to my location, if you got crappy credit, my person didn't get paid 100% of that payment like if somebody had good credit. I didn't like all those changes, and I said to myself, you know what? If I can go be in another company and come here and do it again, I can do it again. I said, guys, peace out. I'm out. This six-figure salary is amazing, but my stress is more important to me than any money. See, I already have saved up money. I can survive on my own 1 year if I needed to. So I always understood what was the actual sauce, right? I understood that. And guys, I transitioned to AT&T. All I did was take my successes that I've had and my results and bring them over. I took my work ethic and I brought it over. And guys, we dominated all 3 industries, all of them, right? We dominated. Why? Because we came in, we made a decision, we had faith, and we worked like an animal to go get it. This is who I was prior to this company. And this is who I will become within this company, right? And it took someone like JD and Oscar to bring that out of me, to remind me like, yo, I'm the ish. What are you doing, right? You've kind of throttled back. See, enough people had quit on me in the industry that I had given up almost. I was sitting on my trading, right? I was sitting on the trading. I was like, man, I can't be this guy no more. You're right. This guy, a lot of people didn't like this guy, right? A lot of people didn't like me back then. And you know why? What I realized afterwards? They were slackers. That's why they didn't like me, right? I was starting to become the slacker here with iMastery Academy, right? Because I was allow people around me to help me slack, to talk about trading all day. They don't want to build, so I'm on a hush because I'm so afraid of losing them that I'm going to not talk about building, right? I'm not going to talk about building my empire because I was afraid to lose people. And guys, I lost enough people to say, F it, I won't care if I lose the rest of the team. I'm going to go build a new team. I'm going to build a new team. So if you're here today, you're my personal. If you don't want to do this, I'm going to go build another person. I'm going to go build another person. The same way the job, they hired someone, the person left. I'm going to keep building until I find the people that's going to want to come build with me. So this is me, this guy. And then, guys, I had to switch it up, right? I had to switch it up. Guess what? November of 2020, while I was still with that company, my buddy called me. He said, Omar, look, yo, I got this thing. I said, Manny, don't tell me about this thing. He said the right names, right people transitioning, right? We had a leader leaving a company that they were like 12 years and they were switching. See, guys, one of the things I know, part of being in the industry I research and I get to know that industry. See, I've been studying compensation plans for the last 5-6 years prior to him showing me that call. See, my previous company, I was a residual earner. My wife was a residual earner, and I had 2 other back offices that was a residual earning, right? I had 4 residual earning accounts, all of them coming back into my household, right? Because I said to myself, man, if I can't build up this person and help them, I'm going to go build myself back up. That company said, you can build as many positions as possible. I said, you know what? I'm an enroll machine. Let's go create more residual income, right? Because I wasn't giving my personals away. See, in the beginning, I would sign someone else up and give them to someone else. And I realized that was the worst thing I could have done. Why? Because they didn't work hard for that. They didn't make no phone calls. They didn't do anything. So when it got tough, they quit on me. When it got tough, they quit on me. And because I gave them a sign up, they didn't feel like they had to go help that person because they didn't know that person. So guess what? I gave you a free sign up and you did nothing to help me, right? We had to change it up. I said, I'm going to go do it myself. So guys, when I got started with this company, everything changed for me, right? First time I realized I can make all of that 6 figures and everything I was making from home, right? Then COVID hit. It really changed the game. My wife's job allowed her to work from home, and I was still going into the office. That I didn't like that, right? I said, everyone in the world is at home, but I'm still putting myself at risk every day to go into work. I said, I got to do something different. So when this came around, the first thing I saw was I can make the income that I'm making from home, and I don't have to leave my house, right? Guys, I don't leave my house. I don't like personally leaving my house unless I got to go do something that I need to, right? That's how I was able to save up over 300 racks in the last few years to be able to position myself for the crypto market when it came. It was because I never left the house. I was saving everything, right? That's who I was. I was so addicted to perfection and being number one that I didn't think about spending my money. I just wanted to make more money, more money, more money. Nothing has changed. Same Omar, right? So guys, look, now we're going to go into the training portion. All right. I want everybody, you can take notes. You can do anything you want, but this is going to be the training portion of it. That's Omar's life. All right. I gave you a little synopsis of how I got here, right? Let me hide this floating bar. But here's some of the things that's helped me along the way to become this person that I am, right? You have to design your decisions. All right, guys, you got to design your decisions. So a lot of us here, there's 33 of us on this call. We all got started. We made a decision, but some of you guys, it's not a design decision. You just made a decision. It was an impulse decision. I got in. That's what happens, right? With impulse decision. First, you got to make a decision. Congratulations. You did make that decision. You're here. The second thing that you have to do, you got to declare it to the world, right? This is the biggest miss that I see a lot of people do, right? Some of you guys, we don't even know what you do for work. You go on your Instagram or your Facebook, nobody knows what you do for work. Forget network marketing. You don't even talk about your job, right? Because it's not the job that you want. You don't talk about your career because you're not thinking career-minded. You're just focused on that same path every day, whatever you got going on. Declare to the world the decision you made. See, the day I got started with network marketing, I was still working a 6-figure job, but I declared to the world that I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of my life. If you don't believe me, go to my Instagram. You'll see a video of me in Paris walking through the Eiffel Tower. And I said to myself, that was about a month and a half after I got fired from my job. I said that I'm going to use the wealth that I've amassed to enjoy the life that I'm going to live and not focus on working my butt off and dying just like that, right? I declared it to the world. And then what's the next step that I did? I went and told all my friends and family. My mom thought I was crazy. My dad thought I was crazy. My brothers and them thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was crazy, family, all right? When I started in a wireless decision, I made a decision and I declared it. My mom told me I was crazy. She said, Omar, you didn't go to college and get a finance degree to work in the cell phone industry, right? I declared it. And then I told my mom, I was like, Mom, my boss makes $300K a year. She was like, oh my God, go do it, baby. Do it. All right. See, it's all about money. Some of us are driven by money. See, I was driven by my potential, right? My goals. That's what I was driven by, not the money that my boss was making. He showed me what was possible. And he said, if I can do it, you can do it too, right? So guys, I went and told all my friends and family that I was in Verizon, that I was in T-Mobile. I was a little ashamed of T-Mobile. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? It took me a little bit of while to come out with T-Mobile, right? I was a little ashamed, but then I came out with AT&T. I came out when I was with World Ventures, and I came out when I came to iMastery Academy. Some of you guys are moving in silence because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you, right? Your little friends and your family that has never paid your bill, has never showed up for you in any of the stuff in that sense, you're afraid that they're going to think you're struggling, right? Guys, I didn't care at all, right? And about making decisions, you got to have daily goals, you got to have monthly goals, and you got to have yearly goals. All right, guys, when I got on that airplane, I was sitting next to Manny. I started making a list. I said, Manny, first, I got to go get my rank back. All right, I got to go get my rank back. See, a lot of you guys thought I was still P2000. I wasn't, right? When you disconnect and you don't pay this month, guess who gets hurt? Your leader up top, me, right? I'm still helping you. You know you're not even active, but you still call me every single day and you talk to me. And I pick up the phone and I talk to you and we have fun with an inactive person, someone who's not studying, someone who goes out to the world and starts to lie to people about how the academy changed their life and they're not even active, right? But I was around that and I made that a okay because I said, oh, that person is going to come back, right? No. On the airplane, I made daily goals, I made my monthly goals, and I put the yearly goal in there. I said by November, I'm going to be chairman, right? I said my monthly goal, I want to enroll between 15 to 30 people. I'm at like 19 somewhere, right? My daily goals, I'm going to go show 20 to 30 people. Now, if you're on here, you don't have to do that. I do. That's what I do. Guys, at the end, I have the end in mind. I want you guys to understand. I have the end in mind. I already see myself at 100 million. I already see my portfolio at 100 million, right? I've seen my portfolio get crazy, but I see it at 100 million. So anything before that, I don't need it. See, a lot of you guys, I promise you, if I gave you my portfolio right now, tomorrow you would pull every single thing and you'd be back to square one a year or two from now, right? I have the end in mind. See, I'm willing to struggle. Like my man Alex Moore said, can you live a year or two or three living poor to have all the things you want? See, I can have all the things that I want right now, but I'm going to live like I'm poor the next 10 years. The next 10 years for me, 100 million, right? We don't go to 100 million because I want to go buy a Bugatti or a giant mansion that I don't have time for all of that. Right? I'm debt free at 38. I owe nobody any money. I don't have student loans. I don't have car payments. The only thing I pay is for the investments that I have, the properties that we have, and the apartment that I live in. Right? I don't even want to live in a house. I don't want to plow. I don't want to deal with roof. I don't want to deal with anything I saw my daddy do. Right? But I can still own a house and have it cash flow me. I don't have to live in it. Right? That's how I think, guys. All right. So this is designing your decision. All right. I'm going to teach you guys what I spent $60,000 in college to learn. This is the greatest course that I took was game theory. It's a 400 levels of graduate school. Guys, every decision you make can be broken out to 4 quadrants. Just like how we have the cash flow quadrant, it could be broken out into 4 quadrants. That's what we consider prisoner's dilemma. See, a lot of us will see, oh, in this world today, be like, oh, I don't snitch. Well, prisoner's dilemma says the person that snitches first gets the least amount of time in jail, right? Gets the least amount of time. So if you and me we're getting ready to go to jail right now, the person who opens his mouth first gets the least amount of jail. The person who opens his mouth last goes to jail for the longest period of time, right? So when I learned game theory, guys, I learned how to make decisions. See, this class right here is why I was able to come into corporate America and speed up the process for me, right? I knew how to do everything. This is the class that taught me how to meet a woman in 30 days and marry her 8 years later. We're still together. This class, right? I met this young lady, guys. I met this young lady, one of the most beautiful women that I've ever seen in my life, that I was ever with. And I had a decision to make. Do I take it serious or do I not? I sat down for 2 days and I wrote down all of the things that was possible of happening. And then I wrote down all of the negative things that could potentially have happened, right? And I weighed them out one by one. I said, man, well, here's I am in my career right here. This girl's still in college getting her master's degree. I make this kind of income. She makes no income. So, man, I would have to take care of her. Okay, my income would be getting tapped into, right? A lot of you guys, you just want somebody to go be great already and come into your house. Guess what? I had to weigh all these things out. I said, you know what? She's getting her master's, so we know that she's going to be valuable into the marketplace. See, I was weighing these things out. I said, okay, well, after a certain amount of time in the marketplace, she's going to be even more valuable because she has her experience and have all of this thing. And guess what happened? Guys, I met her making nothing, peon money, working 12 hours for peons. Today, my wife is the director of LaSalle Boys and Girls School, and she's a 6-figure earner, right? She did it a lot less than I. She did it in less time than I did, right? But imagine if I sat on the idea of she didn't have no income and I'm not going to level up because she's going to take my money, right? Like all my friends were telling me at the time, oh, you can't marry her. She's going to take all your money. She's going to do this. I'm like, well, you didn't have game theory. You didn't have the ability to break down your decisions and understand, right? Here, guys, getting started, all of us, we got started. You made the first decision. Or you didn't get started. It's one or the other, right? If you get started, guess what? You have options. You go all in or you make excuses. That's usually what happens, right? I decided to go all in. I wrote down all of the things that can happen to me if I go all in. See, if you go all in, the compensation plan becomes possible for you. If you go in, your trading becomes possible for you. See, what happens is you get started and you start making excuses, right? And guys, I'm going to sit here and give you all the excuses. Oh, I had a death in the family. Oh, I'm a little sick this week. Or I'm not feeling well. Or somebody quit on me. And guys, I'm just telling you things that's happened to me. All right, everybody understand? These are things that's happened to me. 2 weeks ago, one of my aunts had a stroke and passed away. All right, the 3 weeks before that, I had a cousin in his 30s pass away. Nobody will ever know that because I don't got time for that. Right? What the decisions God make is not for me to question them. It's for me to accept them and I continue to work hard. See, a lot of you guys are going to allow injuries and death and things in your life to affect you here. But guess what? It's not affecting you. You still got to go to work, right? See, you took a month off because of something that's happened in your life, but at your job, you only get 3 days. At your job, you only get 3 bereavement days if somebody passes away, and then you got to go back to work, right? But here, when we get started, we use the excuse of making excuses to why we're not going to go chase to be the best person that we are, right? Guys, there's 33 of us on this call. We all could be millionaires this time next year. If you want to be a millionaire this time next year, can I get a 111 in the chat? If you want to be a multi-millionaire this time next year, give me a 111 in the chat. All right, guys, it's possible here, right? It's possible here. It's possible here, right? It's possible here. I promise you, you can do everything in 1 year if you compress time in 1 year. And guys, look, if you didn't get started, guess what? You can't go all in and your life is still about excuses. For anyone who didn't get started, guess what? Their life stayed the same. You went through the same path. You're going through the same job you might not like, or you might like it. You're going to go do exactly the same thing you're doing all day, every day. So guys, make sure you apply game theory into your life. Before you make a decision, you create a quadrant, you put your decision, and then you outline everything positive that can happen with your decision. See, if you make a decision right now to come build this business with us. Platinum 300, platinum 600, platinum 2000, platinum 1, platinum 2, P5, chairman 25, chairman 50. That's what's possible. If you make excuses, P0 is possible. If you start with your trading and you say, I'm going to learn and I'm apply, you might be like my girl Gail and go from $100 to $400, right? Up and down, but equity is going up, right? Or you can make excuses. Like some people, 1 year from today, you're doing the same exact thing. All right, guys, I see people chasing setups after a year and a half, 2-3 years of being here. You've been in the academy. You have all of these different educators. You have all these different entry tools, but you make excuses on why you can't use this person or this person, and you go work hard, right? I see too many people working hard. God, even for some people on the community, I've given you a way to make money. Listen to me. When you go in the market, I showed you how I go make money. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to take what I showed you and you're going to try to wishy-wash it with your making excuse decisions, and you're not going to literally change. And then guess what happens? You don't get the result I'm looking for. I have. And then you start getting sad about yourself and making excuses about why you didn't get the result, right? Guys, I didn't master the 1 minute time frame. I didn't master 15 minutes. I didn't master anything. I mastered myself and my stop loss. That's what makes me great here. I've mastered my stop loss. All right. I'm not making excuses no more because I decided to go all in. So which one of these are you going to be? The not getting started, right? Or are you going to be getting started all in or getting started making excuses? I see a lot of people get started and make excuses, right? Oh, I can't go show someone this because I have to go make some money first. Well, congratulations. That's what I call an excuse, right? Because Manny didn't have no money when he showed it to me. See, I didn't have no money when I got one P150. It didn't matter about the money. I was excited about what I saw, right? You guys, the only excitement for some of you is when you try to flex on your friends and family. See, the reason why you want to go show your friends and family profits is you want to flex on them, because that's how you've been taught to help people. You flex on them and then you make them want to come with you. We don't need to flex on nobody. All right. This money is for everybody. For everybody. And guys, look, the next slide I have here is having faith. Have faith. Trust God. Same quadrants. All right. Same quadrants, guys. Same quadrants. Nothing has changed. All right. Nothing has changed. Look. Right? Trust God. Trust God is the unknown. Trusting God is the unknown. Doubting God is the known. Right? I want you guys to understand this. When you trust God, you don't know what's up. Right? I pray 5 times a day. I don't know when I'm going to die or what's going to happen tomorrow. I just pray. And after every prayer, I say, God, thank you for my family, my children, my team. I thank him for everything he has given me. And I thank him for everything he's going to give me, the unknown. I don't know what he's going to give me, right? But if you doubt God, guess what? You know what you're going to get. If you doubt him, if you don't pick up the phone and make 10 calls, guess what? No one's joining your team. If you don't post on social media, no one's joining your team. If you learn all day and not go actually apply it in the charts, you didn't learn anything. If you don't go take the trade, you didn't learn. You just was here, right? You allowed the known to cloud you from going to find out the unknown. So guys, it's very important on this journey that you trust God. See, I trusted him every single way. I trusted him when I got started with Manny. I gave him my card without seeing the information. I trusted him 2 days later. He led me to watching a man make $1 million. See, if I didn't trust Manny that day, I would have missed that. I would have missed that session. If I would have missed that session, my life wouldn't be the same, right? When I trusted him after seeing that, I trusted him to say, I could be there too. And that's the unknown, right? But what I did know was the academy was here. If I studied like this guy has studied, I was going to make it. All right, guys. And that was the unknown. All right. Run to the unknown and not the known. A lot of us, we were taught to run to the known, right? That's why some of us are still struggling, because we live in the same neighborhood that we live in. We hang out with the same people that we hang out with. We eat the same foods that we eat. That's why our bodies are not good, right? The unknown is changing your circle. Wow. I was in a room, guys, with guys that were making 50,000 a month, right? $1 million every month, $1 million every 3 months. I changed my circle and it became unknown. Now, I don't know where I'm going to land, but I damn sure tell you guys I'm going to land somewhere around there, right? Because I won't let nobody outwork me. That's not happening, right? The unknown is based off who will you become. That's our slogan here. The known is who you are now, right? You must kill the person you are now to become the person who you need to become. All right, I'm going to say that again. You must kill the person you are now to become the person you need to become. I needed to kill the young college kid that all he wanted to do was party and chase women, right? So that I could be the guy, the 6-figure guy with the money in the bank, so that when this young lady found me, she could look at me and be like, wow, this is the guy that I want to be with, right? This is the guy that I know he's going to take care of me, because I had to change these things about my life. See, if my wife would have met me as the same college kid, she would have met me negative $300 in the bank. I promise you guys, I wouldn't have given her the security that she was thinking about. She wouldn't have married me, right? I was out partying every day, doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. She wouldn't have married me. So I had to kill that whole person. So everybody on this call, listen to me. If you want to be a great trader, and if you want to be a great builder here, you must kill the old you and become the new you. The $1 million version of you is not the same struggling person right now. And a lot of you guys, you're too comfortable with the person you are right now. That's why you're not focused on the person you're going to become. That's the reason why someone works at a job for 40 years, right? And they hate the job. See, some people have careers and they love them, right? My sisters are doctors, guys. They love what they do, right? They love what they do. It's not about time, money. They're impacting people. So you're not going to go to that person and say no. But you, the person who have not accomplished anything, that's still struggling financially or trying to make it, you got to kill your old self. See, my sister, who's a doctor today, guys, right? She's not the same person, right? She was that 4.0 student. She never got less than 4.0. She aced the MCAT. She did everything that she's supposed to do. But she was also had to change because she wasn't the same person. If she didn't change, her Fortune 500 CEO husband wouldn't have came and found her and married her, right? She would have probably married somebody else, right? And these are very important factors, guys. Faith and decisions. That's what's going to lead you to the end. Nothing else. Faith and decision. And guys, that is the presentation. That's the end of my presentation. So I appreciate everybody taking on. I'm going to open this up. If anybody have any questions or anything like that, please shoot them my way. But other than that, that's the two things I wanted to bring to you guys today. Faith and making decisions. Everybody on this call made a decision. There's 31 of us on here. Let's go make the decision to bring on another 500, guys. All right. That's how excited I am about where I'm going, right? I can't see where I'm going. I can't see it. But in my head, I can see it. But in the reality of the world, I can't. In the spiritual world, like my man Alex Moore says, I can see it in the spiritual. I don't have it in the physical. I live a good life, but it's not the life that I want. It's not the life that when I close my eyes and I imagine, right? So for everybody here, like, yo, let's get busy. Let's get busy. Ricardo, I'm going to pass it back to you.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was very, very inspiring. I got to take some good notes on you, on your training, your story. Dude, it's a good one. You're a very driven person. Put a number 7 there for Oumar in the chat of appreciation, gratitude, and I'm very inspired. I'm very fired up. I'm very pumped. You and I share the same goal. So that's also exciting, and which is, you know, hitting that tournament 10 for Mexico. And I know a lot of you feel inspired to do the same thing here. So that's pretty awesome. I would like to ask you a question.
Yes.
Right. And it's because we're growing so much, right? We have a lot of new people. How do you see 500, you know, people on your team before having one, right? For that person who's struggling to get the first one, to get to the first rank, how do you see and how do you transition seeing 500 to simplify to see the first one, the first rank?
So I would say, well, taking action, right? Go back to faith. You have to have faith. You can bring in one person. Once you have that faith that you can bring one person, that I feel like majority of people miss. The only reason I brought in one is because I took action. The reason why I can see 500 is I see my actions, and that's what's leading. So if you're that person, you have nobody on your team, you're looking to get that one person, the first thing you have to do is make a decision and say, I'm going to go get the one person. If you make that decision, guys, God will bring that one person to you. When I was on the airplane, I made a decision that I'm going to go bring on more people that day. Before I got off the airplane, I had sent out 25 messages. When I got off the airplane 9 hours later, I had one person that was getting ready to get started, right? It was just a decision and having faith, all right? And remove the fear. I think a lot of us, we care too much. So if you don't have one person on your team right now, and you're not actively looking for the one, you care too much about what your friends and family think. That's maybe what's bogging you down, right? First, let's get out of the what I think stage and let's get into I'm going to go do stage, because there's two different stages. I think this is going to happen. I think that this is going to happen, right? That's more of a doubt yourself, right? A lot of us, we create this negative doubt within ourselves before we take action, right? I spoke to a leader the other day, and the leader, everything that the leader told me was doubtful things. They said, well, what if I go build to this point and then this happens? I said, you're focused on the things that's going to stop you from going to do the job. Let's go make $1 million and focus on the problems when we get them. All right. I'm that type of person. So don't focus on not getting someone. Let's focus on getting someone. Right? Let's put names on a list. So I'm going to show you right now. You're going to go put 10 names on a list and go show all of them. You're going to get one person to say yes. The only reason why you won't put the 10 names on a list is because the fear is greater than the outcome you're looking for. That's literally it.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, 100% agree with that. I tell my team all the time, you care too much what other people are going to think of you when they're not even thinking of you anyways. So it's just a matter of taking action and applying. You'll have your people on, you have your team on, you'll have your residual income on, and you have your dreams come true as well. So
yeah.
that's
Ricardo, you know what's the crazy part also is I'm gonna use Gail for an example right now, guys. All right. Gail's been here for about 3 weeks. Right, she's been trading 2 weeks with us now. She's also building actively, posting on social media, working on the skill set of learning how to actually show some friends and family. And I use Gail as an example because Gail was at home looking for me, right? Looking for me. She's looking to make extra income, right? I remember one time Gail texted me, hey, Oumar, hey, do you have any more connects within the wireless industry? I was thinking about getting a part-time job, right? Not one time did it register in my head that like click like, hello, that's me. That's me, right? Guys, everyone has a Gail in their circle right now where she's going to look for more. She's trying to do this. She's trying to do this. If you stop trying to control the people you bring in here, and you just focus on going to make it happen. That's why she's here today. And she's literally, I would say, is like the best example I can always use. I'm going to do my learning. I'm going to follow my rules, and I'm not going to do anything else, right? Imagine if I didn't go show it to Gail, right? Imagine if I didn't show it to Gail, right? Gail told me, look, I want to pay my mortgage off. I said, yo, look, it's possible right here. Right? I didn't go do anything for her, guys. I just said what's possible right there, right? My girl Dominique is on here. I had to call Dominique and I said, Dominique, this might be the worst financial decision you're going to ever make in your life, right? I said, Damo, this is what's happening for me right now. Guys, she got started. And I remember the same day she got started, she made like 2K in the market, same day, right? 2K. So think about it. I had to, one, remove the fear from her heart by showing her my heart, right? I had to show her my heart first, that I'm not here just to bring you in, I'm here to guide you, right? I'm not here to make you money. I'm here to guide you, right? Some of you guys are trying to make people money. That's why you're still in your head, right? I'm here to guide you, all right? And I'm going to show you what they showed me. And if you can follow the rules like they showed me, we all win here, right? If you don't follow the rules, guess what happened? You still have more to learn about yourself. This is a self journey, guys. Look, I'm always going to do this. And one of the greatest things that's happened in my life, guys, when I was in college, I almost got into some really bad ish. I got arrested and I almost went to jail, right? And I had to go through therapy to expunge a whole entire record. I had to go and literally talk to someone. And that was the greatest thing God did for me, right? Because he took me from an angry little boy to a man, where my feelings and my emotions didn't dictate the decisions that I made anymore. They were dictated and predicated on the facts that are in front of me, right? So for everybody here, remove the feelings and the fear. Remove them. Anytime they pop up, I want you to bring out your phone, bring out your camera, look at the selfie portion, because we all love selfies. I love me some selfies. And now you look in the mirror, you say, yo, I didn't follow the rules. I didn't do what this guy told me. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Once you clear it to you and declare it, like, now you can change yourself, right? But when you start blaming, oh, well, they didn't sign up because they don't want to do this. They didn't sign up. No, they didn't sign up because they don't trust you yet. That's why. Now you need to go build that trust and come back around. See, Gail was the third person I brought in this academy, fourth person, right? She could have been the third, right? But she was the fourth. She came in. It didn't work out in the beginning, right? It was a wild, wild west. Things didn't happen. She didn't see the value in it, and she left. Guess what? I made the decision to stay, and I'm going to bust my butt for all of us, and I'm going to learn. Guys, fast forward almost 4 years later, I'm able to backtrack and say, hey, Gail, 4 years later, I got it. I found it. Right? I got it. I found it. She's like, what do you mean? I found a way now on how we can earn the income. I know exactly what we need to do from this point on to earn the income, because I spent the last 4 years doing it. I made that decision that I'm not going anywhere, right? That's why we see such amazing growth and everything, because some of us have to stay and work hard, and some of us have to go to watch the people work hard, and it's okay, right? And they will all come back, right? So that's one of the things that I always love talking about, guys, is one is our success stories here within the academy, and two is just letting people understand that, hey, it's okay that you actually reach out to somebody and they tell you no, or they tell you yes. It's okay. And if you don't like it, you have to run towards it, because it's the unknown, right? You don't know what they're going to say. They're going to say yes or no. It's scary, right? I remember the first exposure I did, right? I was a little scared. I was in the industry of sales for 14 years. And I went to my friend's house and I put this DVD in. God, I didn't even speak. I put the DVD in, and the DVD was playing. And while that DVD was playing, guys, it changed my life, because in 15 minutes of the 15-minute DVD, I watched his eyes do this, light up, come back down, light up, come back down. Every time they showed people having fun vacationing, his eyes lit up, like that, lit up. And by the time the presentation was done, he just turned around and looked at me and said, why would I not do this? And I said, yeah, why would you not do this? Right? That was my first sale. I said, why would you not do this? And he signed up. And guess what, guys? I never changed anything. From that point on, I realized, like, yo, I can't work hard. I was trying to do this whole presentation and all this stuff. Guys, I went on to hit residual income on push play on a CD. I just playing the CD, because I realized I need that eyes opening. And when I opened my mouth, I didn't get the eyes like I think, right? The CD did all the work. So if you're that person like, man, like, yo, I want to sign up one person, look at the tools you have accessible to you and understand that someone spent thousands of dollars developing that tool, and your mouth is not better than the tool, right? Sales 101. The tool will do the job because the guy who created the tool, you know what they thought about? They thought about the emotion. They thought about what I always consider in sales, invoking feelings. If you don't invoke feelings, you don't get no sale. They thought about that in the process. They thought about getting you excited. They thought about all the stages that a prospect's going to go through before they make the decision. Yes, they thought about it within the video. And then you come in and you think you're better than the video. And you're like, well, right? They don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm going to drop my chart and my chart is going to be like so amazing and all of this. Guys, no one cares about your chart, right? No one cares. No one cares that you posted a chart on social media. 90% of the planet, only 1% of the planet participates here. That means every 10 people that see your story, only one person knows what the hell you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So once I understood this, it became easier for me to go out here and prospect, because I know that I have to dumb everything down. And the only way to dumb it down is I got to show the videos that was available to them. And when I regurgitate, I'm not the best regurgitator. I'm not. I don't regurgitate, right? That's not what I do. I show the information and I let the info do the rest. And then from there, I collect the decision. I've made simple steps, all right? And for everybody here, IBO is a skill set. IBO is a skill set. It's not something not a hobby. It's a skill set. And you got to be able to flow through the skill set if you want to win. Or you can treat it as a hobby. You get to P300, you fall back down. You get to P600, you lose everything. You get to P1000, you lose everything again. It's a skill set, right? And for all of us here, let's go master these two skill sets that God has put in front of all of us, right? He gave us an ability with a product that make more money than when we're working hard as an IBO. So we ain't got to worry about trying to make X amount of money. And then he put us in a place where we can take this free money we're given, and he taught us how to multiply it. Guys, it can't get any crazier than that. I just want you guys to understand. That's a game changer. And if you have a job right now, God put you in position to learn about your work income and how you can multiply it. I mean, guys, that's pretty powerful. A lot of people want to quit their jobs. Yo, I don't want you to quit your job. I want you to take $1,000 of that check. Let's flip that to 100K. And then they're going to pay you again. Let's take that $1,000 to 100K. Let's do that all the way to the point you're like, you know what? I don't need this 1,000 no more. That's where true freedom is. It's not you cleared 5 trades, you made $40,000. Now I'm thinking about quitting my job. What happens when you blow that money, right? That money might get blown. Guys, I blew probably over 300,000 in the markets, lost trades and all that, right? Imagine if I didn't have all the cheddar saved up, I would have panicked and I would have probably be like anybody else, right? So it's really important that you just hone in and focus on that, right? And remove the fear, like I said earlier. If you haven't brought someone else into this academy, it's because you're afraid, right? It's okay, you're afraid. And whenever you're ready to become the millionaire self of yourself, you will remove the fear. Because I've never met a millionaire that's afraid. I've never met someone successful that's afraid, because they have to go through their to make it to where they're at. No one's afraid. When I talk to Ricardo, he's not afraid of talking to somebody. I talk to Tyler. Tyler's not afraid of going to show somebody, right? Manny's not afraid of going to show somebody. I talk to other people. You know what I hear? Well, I got to get some success first, and then I go, that's your fear. Well, you know, I got to show them some profits first. That's your fear, right? Well, I got to do this. That's you wanting to, what I consider, that's you wanting to flex on your friends. Well, I want to show them $1,000 in profit. That's flex. And guess what? In the market, guys, The market loves the flexers. We love the flexers because I like to take your money and put it in my account. That's what the market, that's what we do, right? While you're trying to flex on your friends and family, I'm eating up your cheddar. That's what I'm doing, right? While you're whipping your phone out, trying to take a picture of your profits so you can go show somebody, I'm sitting down and I'm whipping the market and I'm taking your money, right? I'm taking profits at the highest point where it drops back down. You're still holding on to a trade, right? I'm not looking to flex on nobody. I don't have time for that, right? So if you're that person and you're like, man, I gotta go think, stop trying to flex on people. Maybe that's gonna help you go get one, right? And I'll leave everybody with this call to action. Let's go stop flexing on people and let's go love on some people. What is loving on some people? Yo, what are you doing at 8 o'clock and get on our team call? What is it? When you get on the call, I'll show you. That's loving on people. Now, yo, I just made $1,000 come. No, that's not loving on. So that's flexing. All right. Because they're not going to make 1,000. Make that commitment. Let's go. We have 30 people on here. Let's go show one person and bring them on. Let's go grab one person and bring them on. We all here have one person that is interested in this product, and they just need you to go bold up and say, yo, are you ready to get started? And remove all the excuses and say to them, yo, I got you. Are you ready to get started? I got you. I don't got you. I'm going to teach you how to make money. I got you. Every question you have, I'm here to answer. I got you. Every question you have, if I can't answer, we have 100 other people that can answer it. That's been here dedicated. All right, familia. And guys, if you're that person that you've been here for a while and you're still struggling, I want you to understand that you haven't adapted yourself yet. See, one of the things I always notice, guys, is when success and growth starts happening, some people get left behind and some people run forward, right? I see it already happening with our own organization. We got some people that don't want to change. They don't. They want to be the same person, the same non-ranked person. They want Oumar to be the same non-ranked person. They only want to talk about the things they want to talk about. When I talk about the things I want to talk about to them, about let's go build so you can create a stream of income where you don't have to waste your income, you know what happens? Guys, y'all know what they do? They freeze up, no, I'm not ready yet, right? Or they do things that's uncommon to what everybody else is doing. Just watch, go on our chats and look at the post, right? There's people doing opposite to what the whole group is doing. You know what that is? That's your fear of the change that you don't want to change, right? The greatness is in the change. So guys, remove the fear, all right? And align with your family. Don't let your family all jump 5 times and you say, oh, I'm only jumping 2 times. You're not running with your family, right? Don't let everyone go clear this trade and then you say, oh, I'm not taking that trade. That's you wanting to work hard. Don't work hard, work smart, right? The last 14 years of my life, guys, I worked smart. I was working hard, right? Work smart, all right? Don't do that to yourself. Let's get smart, all right? And let's go out here and share this baby. In the last 1 month, guys, we shared as a community more than we've ever done. And y'all see what happened to the team? It's exploding, right? When we listened to the people who said, oh, I don't want to share, guess what happened? They got what they wanted. No team. All the time gets spent on them. No team. And guess what happens now? Now we don't spend no time with them. Guess what happened? They're starting to retract back. They're almost in that brink of, I don't know if this is for me, because they're now afraid that they're going to get left behind. Instead of adapting, they allow themselves to get left behind. Trust God that he got you. No one left behind here. We all move forward. But the only way we all move forward, if we all do the behaviors. See, I'm not hanging out with nobody that doesn't want to do IBO no more. If you don't want to do IBO, I can't be your friend no more. If you don't want to do IBO, I'm not talking to you about trading anymore. If you don't want to do IBO, then you don't want to see Oumar grow. I brought you in here and you don't want to do IBO. You don't want me to grow. You want me to be the same person. You want to catch up to me without me growing. That is the worst thing that's possible that can happen. If you want to catch me, that means you wanted me to stay still so you can catch me. You don't want the best interest for me. I don't want to catch Tyler. All right. I don't want Ivan to catch Tyler. Why? That means Tyler stayed in the same motion. He didn't move. He didn't upgrade. Shannon should not catch Ricardo. Why? Because that means Ricardo didn't move. If Shannon moves in the sense of I want to catch Ricardo, you missed the point. All right. For everybody on here, our objective is not to catch each other, help someone catch you. Is everyone is to run their own race, and we all guide each other across the way. So we're going to commit to one person. You're going to go focus on bringing one person. Go make a list and shoot that call and let them know we got the community here for you. And not only we got the community here, we got the scanners, we got the educators, we got the people that they're going to need. The moment they touch this group, it's not about you no more. See, Gail is going to go hang out with Jasmine and Minnie when we get to training. It's not about Oumar no more. This is no longer about me. See, when Dominique and Zuhaili met in training, it was no longer about me anymore, right? When I met Ricardo, it's no longer about JD and Oscar. After JD and Oscar, God forbid, I'm still going to know Ricardo, right? When I met Tyler through Gigo. Gigo is not here anymore. And guess what? I'm still friends with Tyler, and he's not going anywhere. That's the community. I met Tyler in training. And from there, we were like, man, yo, this is it, right? My man, Jovan, I met Jovan at a training. Guess what? Years later, he's here with us now. All right, familia? So I want you to understand how this industry works and apply yourself and allow it to really change your life. I know I went over a little bit, so I apologize. But guys, let's get busy. We're the community, in my opinion, community that actually have been trading here for the last 4 years, right? See, I talk to a lot of teams while I'm in training, and the first thing I try to identify is where your team compared to where my team is at. And it's not to say I want better for my team than this, but I want to see where our learning is at and where we're happening. See, guys, I can put everybody on this call right now that's been here. I can put you on a go live. And as scary as you are, you think you're scared, you can educate. You can educate. You know everything, right? I've met people in this academy that's been here for over 4 years, 5 years, that still don't know some of the things that we know. Some people who haven't applied the way we've applied. And the reason why we have that, guys, is because of the leadership, right? It's because of the Tylers, the Sergio, the Nathan, right? That keeps everybody here, right? The Zoos, right? The Erics that keep everybody here, right? And now what we have to do is we got to exponentialize that. There's no more exponentialize. We need 10 more P600s. We need 10 more P1000s. If you want to help Oumar get to chairman, you have to go P1000. If I hit chairman and you're not a P1000, that means you didn't help me grow. I just want everybody to understand. That means you didn't help me grow. That means I spent every effort that I had to be on a Zoom with you, to do everything that you needed to do to get you to where I'm at, right? But you decided that you just want to take from me, you don't want to give back. The way you give back to me is we go bring more people that I can help. That Zoom that I'm doing one-on-one with you, I want 5 people of your people in there, right? 5 people of your people in there, right? I want 10 people of your people in there. Let's go get some skin in the game, all right? And I say skin in the game, guys. A lot of people are so quick to pick up the phone and say, Oumar, well, I know we can make this change. We can do this. We can change this. We can do this. I don't want to hear about what change that you want. You have 0 personals. 0 personals, right? Your objective is not to go teach anybody that we bring in. That's the academy's job. If you want to make a change, you say, Oumar, I'm going to go bring 100 people in here so I can guide them the way I want to guide them. I say, you got this. I'm here to support you, whatever you need, right? But the worst thing that you can do is try to guide someone that you didn't even sponsor. That's the worst thing. And I see too many times that it happens, right? Go get yourself where you need to be and then go guide some others, right? Guiding people before you get to where you want is only going to lead you to fail. My trading, guys, wasn't the best trading when I was getting on Zoom calls and try to trade with the entire team. I was losing money because I have to wait for a perfect entry to make sure nobody lost money and do this and this. When we scrapped all the calls, I said, I'm not helping nobody make no money no more. I'm going to focus on me. My trading went up. The team went up. Everybody around me started going up. Everything started winning, right? Where I was too focused on making sure I don't leave you behind. Guess what happened? Here's you behind, and here's me. Instead of doing this, I stayed still, and you're like this. That's the commitment level. You're causing me to do this. Instead of me going like this and you having to come, I have to stay here and you just tapping me. Coming back down, tapping me. Oh, today I feel like it. I'm not feeling like it. I feel like it. I'm not feeling like it. Where I'm already made the decision. All right, guys? So everybody here, let's make that decision. Let's go hard, right? Let's go hard, right? 500, 500, 500 for everybody here. Your own 500. Not Omar's 500, your own 500. And I believe that everybody on this team have the ability to go build an organization of 500 in the trading space, because we're the TXC community. Everybody here is a trader first and a builder at the same time, right? Let's go make it happen. Woo!
Let's go. Oh, it's amazing, man. Everything about today, unbelievable value. I know, and I hope you guys took notes, because I certainly did. And we appreciate you, Omar, a lot. As an amazing inspiration. You're an amazing leader. Inspiring each other is the best of the best that a community can have. And we have that here, guys. Every day we're growing, and it's not stopping, right? So either on the wave or you're not. But we're going far. We're going German. We're going places this year. I'll see you all in Arizona. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. Looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys in person after so many Zoom calls. And guys, life-changing events. So super excited about that. Make sure you get your ticket. Make sure you book your plane ticket as well. And I'll see you guys there. Lots of value this morning. And let's go get to work. We got a lot to make happen. See you, family.
Hang on. Before y'all end the call, I just want to say thank you, Ricardo, for opening yourself up to Team TXC. You've already brought so much value to us. I appreciate you for that. Omar, can we please get some fire emojis from everyone in the chat for both Ricardo and Omar? Today has been filled with a lot of insight. Omar has poured into us. He gave us a lot of value. So take the value that he brought in for all of us, because as you can already see, everything he said is sincere. He is pouring into us because he cares about each of us individually. Not everyone can say they have leaders like that. So let's take the time to show our appreciation for Ricardo, for Manny, for Omar, for everybody else who's been here consistently. Y'all all deserve y'all flowers now, not just when you get to Chairman 500 or 750. Y'all deserve y'all flowers now. So I just want to extend my appreciation to all of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yes. Hey, familia. Peace.
Awesome,
And,
guys. Have a good one.